Yeah, exactly. All right, tonight on our Great American panel, he's former Deputy Assistant Secretary of State, Fox News contributor, USA Today columnist, the one and only Beckel is back. We're going to show you a picture when you were a kid in a minute. No. He is a Washington Post columnist, author of the New York Times bestseller, Courting Disaster. Mark Thiessen is here. She is the founder and the president of the Deirdre Imus Environmental Center for Pediatric Oncology at Hackensack University Medical Center, the wife of radio host Don Imus, and also the co-host of Blonde on Blonde, which is one of my favorite segments of the show. How are you, Deirdre? Good to see you.
I'm great.
What did Imus do wrong to give you that necklace?
Why do you always assume the worst from him?
Because I've been around both of you. I know what it's like.
And maybe he didn't give this to me. Maybe it was somebody else.
Oh.
Maybe I had it.
Oh.
You assume way too much.
Oh, I'm dead tomorrow, so I just opened myself
up. We'll stay right out of that one.
So we got a picture of Bob when he was 4 years old. And I want to put it up on the screen because I don't think this has ever been seen before.
Don't.
Did you see this? It's this new J. Crew ad, and you can't really, well, you can't see it as closely, but the mother paints the toenails of the boy, and that's Bob on the right.
That's very funny. That's very good. Yeah.
Are you the one getting your toenails?
Yeah.
No.
Pink, hot pink.
That's a good look for you.
All right, let's move on. What do you to talk about?
J. Crew model. I like that.
Yeah, I like that. All right. Budget deal. Thoughts?
Well, I think the whole thing's a scam. I mean, Mark Levin said it. I'm going to quote him. Mm-hmm. But also, I think until we're serious, truly, about addressing the 1.5 million children that are going to be entering the system at adulthood with autism, that there is no money funding there, and this is a train wreck happening that the government isn't paying attention to.
Wait. On the one hand, you're saying that we're not balanced with the budget. On the other hand, you want money, government money, for environmental issues. And
well, that's a health issue. Children's health should come first, and it's not. And that's been the big problem, I think, through all the administrations, because now we see this with all these epidemics with our children's health. The first generation of children that epidemic proportions with asthma and allergies and obesity and diabetes and autism and cancer.
And childhood obesity.
And they're the ones that are suffering in these families. And I know because I work with all these families.
I've got a child with autism, so I understand what you're saying. But the most important thing we can do for our children is to not saddle them with trillions and trillions of dollars of debt that we can't repay. And the Republicans have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity right now with this debt limit vote to force changes on the Obama administration.
Here's my problem. The Republicans, I like the Ryan budget. I think this is a serious document. I think it really, $6.2 trillion is a lot of money, especially after Obama's deficits. Here's the problem. They promised $100 billion in cuts. Yeah. Then it was, all right, we'll prorate it to 61, and then it becomes $38 billion. And I'm like, why the fear to shut down the government? Shut the darn government down and stick by your word.
They have to stand firm. But the difference between the government shutdown fight and the debt limit fight is Obama has no leverage in the debt limit fight. Obama's weapon in this fight was he could shut the government down. He would use his veto to veto a temporary spending measure. He will not veto a debt limit, a temporary increase in the debt limit. So he has no weapon.
You're saying this is the strategy that they have?
This has to be the strategy. I don't know if it is the strategy.
It is the most outrageously irresponsible, childish thing the Republicans have ever done. The idea that the Speaker of the House would get on television this morning after that scam of a budget deal on both sides, by the way, that thing, when you really cut it down, you're not going to find a whole lot of stuff really cut.
In the ocean.
But listen, the Ryan thing is a draconian, irresponsible, but nonetheless, it is out there.
I know they want to kill women.
No, I'm not saying he killed women, but it's a $6 trillion cut in the deficit and $4 trillion given back in tax cuts for rich people. Now, that to me is just ridiculous.
The most popular part of the Medicare program is Medicare Part D, which is subsidies for prescription drug coverage. All he is proposing doing is remaking all of Medicare in the image of the popular and successful Medicare Part D. Why would we not do that?
Mark, you know that's not what he's doing.
That's exactly what
first of all, you're talking about the George Bush pharmaceutical part of Medicare, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, if you look at what he's essentially saying is, I'm going to give you seniors, if you're 45 now, you're going to fall in this plan. I'm going to give you a block of money to go buy in the open market insurance.
Well, what
no.
Well, he just mentioned the word pharmaceutical. To me, that's the big issue here too. Is pharmaceutical companies own these politicians, these lobbyists with the multi-billions of dollars that they spend own our health care. That's why we don't have certain services and treatments for children with autism or cancer, where these parents literally mortgage their homes over and lose everything when their child gets a diagnosis.
They spend billions and billions before they can get approval. They prolong our lives, give us a better quality of life. They help save lives. I mean,
well, yeah, there's two sides to that argument, because there are a lot of them that get pushed through the FDA that we find out after, like Vioxx and other drugs that have killed people. And they knew ahead of time that these things were dangerous.
But what about the cancer treatment drugs that they passed that literally people would be dead if they didn't have some of them?
I agree with that.
Okay.
But again,
I feel like I'm Lee Wheel.
but why aren't we why aren't we considering more prevention and wellness when we look at the whole child or the whole adult? And that's not
considered. Programs are going bankrupt, and Obama has not led on entitlements. He had not come out with a plan. Paul Ryan stepped forward and came up with a plan, and we have to save these programs.
But wait, we are going to have a plan from Obama on Wednesday. That's all right.
Finally.
We'll have two competing plans, and let's have a debate on it. Do not hold the debt ceiling hostage over that.
We are
Irresponsible.
More with our great American panel. Straight ahead.